Hello again, and welcome to our humble blog. We are truly grateful that you have taken the time to come and visit us. By we, I mean myself and my wife. She's behind the camera most times, but I'm going to try and entice her out from behind the camera more often, because she brings a female perspective to the recovery process. And I think that's real important, because there are subtle differences between male and women. So I'm going to try and get her out here to share some of her experience, strength, and hope. And we encourage you to do the same. You know, we're creating a safe place here where people can reach out and connect, where they can share their stories, ask questions, do whatever it is they need to do. It is by community that we are going to get stronger, because together we can do what we cannot do alone. I know, I've tried. There's no way I could recover alone. I need you. I remember, today we're going to look at love as an action word, and I remember when I came into the program, I had no idea of what love was. I was molested as a child, and that led me to consider sex as love. And that's what drove me to have sex with as many women and a few men, in the hope that if they would have sex with me, I could convince myself that I was loved, that they loved me. Which truly wasn't the fact at all. What they wanted to do was use me. Also, as a young man, I was beaten and abused by the man that I thought was my father. We'll call him Bill. And as he was whipping me with a studded belt, he used to say, "I'm doing this for your own good." Personally, I didn't see anything good about it. All I knew was it hurt like hell. It was painful. I didn't see how it was doing me any good. My grandmother, bless her heart, she showed her love by shielding me from the consequences of my own behavior. And what that did for me was it taught me that if you love somebody, you shielded them. You didn't let them experience the consequences of their behavior. And in turn, I picked out some of the sickest women. You could put me in a room of sick women and I'd find the sickest. It led me to a lot of codependent relationships. I would pick either a martyr or a caretaker. I really liked the caretakers. They were really good at shielding you from the consequences of your behavior. But I found that in recovery, the untreated addict or untreated alcoholic, they don't have relationships. They take hostages. And that's what most of my relationships were like. One of the greatest teachings that Doug ever gave to me, my first sponsor, was that I can show love, kindness, and affection to someone, and there's not a damn thing that they can do about it. Think about that. You can act in a kind and loving way towards anyone, and they can't stop you. That's pretty powerful. I also had no idea what boundaries were. You know, boundaries? What are boundaries? I used to hang with the type of people that didn't have boundaries, and then when they screwed me over, I'd use that as an excuse to screw somebody else over. So it just continued the whole process, the round and round. Doug taught me how to establish and maintain good, healthy boundaries, and how to enforce them in a kind way when they were crossed. You know, if you make a consequence for a boundary and don't enforce the consequence when somebody crosses it, you might as well not have a boundary. So all these things I learned as I came to recover. All these things my sponsor taught me. And if you think you can recover without a sponsor, get back to me on that. Let me know how it works for you. The difference between love and lust is that love is a deep and strong emotion. And with it and commitment and hard work, you can make a relationship that will be lasting and fulfilling and wonderful. Lust is about sex. It's passion, it just explodes and it feels so good. But the problem is it doesn't last. And when the passion burns out, there's not much left. So usually both people start looking around trying to rekindle the passion, and it's usually with somebody else. Passion is a large part of a relationship, but there's so much more. And if you don't have the so much more, you need to look again at what you're doing. Learning this cost me a marriage, and I spent 5 years alone and celibate, learning how to love myself. Because if I couldn't love myself, I couldn't love another person. You just can't do it. And I had dates. I'd go out on dates, and I'm right up front about everything right at the beginning. I said to the ladies, look, I don't sleep around. I've been praying that the next woman I'm intimate with is the one that I want to spend the rest of my life with. So I need to get to know you real well first. And I usually didn't get too many second dates. And they say, men have a problem with commitment. But I'm glad, because it led me to the one person the Creator really wanted me to be with. And being with her makes me want to be a better man. And it also makes me want to work hard at the relationship because of what it means to me and what she does for me. And that's what I mean, love is an action word. Do you think she'd believe that I loved her if I came home drunk every night? Or if I gambled away the money that we worked hard to get? Those actions don't have anything to do with love. She knows I love her because I tell her so, and then I hug her. And I'm not afraid of public displays of affection. It's by the things that I do. She knows I love her. If your actions meet your words, in this and in everything else, your integrity will show through. So act lovingly, act kindly towards people, even when they piss you off. Because you can act kindly and lovingly and remove yourself. That's what I do. So I truly hope that this has helped someone somewhere. Because what I'm doing here is love in action. I'm sitting, sharing myself, hoping that it will assist somebody in some way. And it is the action that proves that I have a loving heart and that I care about you. So, try it. I think you'll be amazed. And until the next time we meet, I pray that we can walk hand in hand, lovingly, with ourselves, our friends, and our higher power. Bless you all. Shalom.